snake, only so big. Petey lived in a pit with his mother. One day, Petey was hissing in the pit when his mother said, "Petey, don't hiss in the pit. Go outside the pit to hiss." So Petey went outside the pit to hiss. Petey was hissing all around when he finally leaned over and hissed in the pit. Petey's mother heard Petey hissing in the pit and said, "Petey, if you must hiss in the pit, go over to Mrs. Potts' pit and hiss in her pit." So Petey went over to Mrs. Potts' pit to hiss in her pit. But Mrs. Pot was not at home, so he hissed in her pit anyway. While Petey was hissing in Mrs. Potts' pit, Mrs. Potts came home and found Petey hissing in her pit. She said, "Petey, if you must hiss in a pit, don't hiss in my pit. Go to your own pit and hiss." This made Petey very sad.
Very sad.
Very sad. He cried all the way. Very sad.
Very sad.
He cried all the way home. When Petey got home, his mother saw him crying and said, "Petey, what's the matter?" Petey said, "I went over to Mrs. Potts' pit to hiss in her pit, and she came home and found me hissing in her pit. I said, Petey, if you have to hiss in a pit, go to your own pit and hiss." This made Petey's mother very angry, and she said, "Why, that mean old lady, I knew Mrs. Pot when she didn't have a pit to hiss in."
She was a really bee at one time. A buzzing bee, flower, whatever. Don't call me a bee. She is so fine. And I'm glad to have her in my life this many years with my family, my children, and my life. And I'm glad she's part of it, and her calls, and her love, and the presents she gives me on my birthday.
I give you great credit.
And I love her much, and this is the best day of my life, knowing that my little Shauna, I was scared for a lot of years. She was just too perfect for anybody. And now the perfect one is here.
Also to Jay's friends and family, you guys are such an important part of everything that he is. And I thank you for being so welcoming to me. I'm very honored to officially become a part of your family. You know, it's a big deal.
Oh, I've never seen this understand. I've never seen this.
Hold on a second.
Jay, keep it together, Jay.
I also want to send a shout out to those who couldn't be with us today. My mom, Vicki, and my sister, Wendy. Can you believe your stupid little sister finally got married? She never would have believed it, I tell you. And my grandma Gannon, and of course Jay's grandparents, Ducky. And where did the other grandparents be? Jim and Helen. They were, I saw pictures, and apparently they were very good cooks. Sorry I didn't get to meet them, because I would have enjoyed their food. They say that as we travel throughout this world, almost every person we meet has an important impact on our lives, a part to play, influencing our actions and serving to direct us towards our final destiny. And I thank everyone who is here and everyone who is gone for directing Jay and I towards each other. Without all of you, who you are, and all who have been, we would not be the people we are today. Thank you.
Yes!
Jason, know that if the wind is blowing from the north, you're going to find Jason somewhere to the south. I've had him at my house, tiptoeing around, only to look in the bedroom door at 11 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the afternoon to find out that he's packed his bags and moved on. Where did he go? I don't know. We get a call 3 days later. I'm in Virginia. I jumped on my motorcycle and I went to Tennessee. Wherever the wind blew, Jason went. Whether it was Pamplona for the running of the bulls, or towing a car across country for a friend. That was Jason. Nothing really could get him to settle down. And then he met Shauna.
You do what I tell you.
He flew out here and he met Shauna, and they hit it off, and the rest is history. We see two people that just really work very well together. They enjoy each other, they smile, they're happy, and they enjoy life. At this time, I would like everybody to raise their glass and toast Shauna and Jason on this wonderful day. A lifetime of love, happiness, and completing each other. Congratulations.
No! That is a good cake.
Go way back.
Way back.
Way back. You were two.
Feisty.
I have other words. We're in mixed company. Feisty.
And that our lives have not always been easy. Definitely not. But I'm thankful that you're all still here with us and that we've made it this far in life, and that, yeah, I finally got married to my best friend. He was such a great guy. You can't have him. It's almost special girl. I am so lucky to have him, and and all of you in my life. You know, you all play a really specific part in our lives. And now that the chain is firmly attached to his ankle, I know he'll never get away. We're thankful for the village that helped raise us. It's not just our families. You know, your mom always told you to never bring a stray home. I guess I'm lucky that my friends never listened because they always brought me home.